We are live. Welcome to AlbertLeeLive.com, where we stream up to 200 games and events every year. And all of those broadcasts, including 12 different sports, graduation, prom, grand march, choir, band, and orchestra concerts, robotics, we stream them all. And they're brought to you by great local businesses like GT Window and Door, Gutters by GT, Cento, Mr. Sandless, and by ServiceMaster by Ayat. We have links to them and their online information on this very website, AlbertLeeLive.com, so take time to visit them, if you will. I'm Jay Paul, former 20-year morning radio dude in Albert Lea and 42 years in radio all over Mankato with stops in Texas and Nebraska all along the way. I left radio in July of last year for the world of streaming sports on AlbertLeeLive.com and doing nearly 200 Albert Lea High School games and events. I mentioned the 12 different sports. We include robotics in that list as a sport. It is. Be sure to tell friends and family about us, especially far-away family, so they can listen to the games and events that are important to them for free. We also archive every game and event for rewatching free at any time. And to advertise with us and shine a light on local students, as well as getting your message put out to thousands of people on nearly 200 broadcasts a year, you can call 507-402-1600 or ask a question on the website, albertleelive.com. That's 402-1600. Tonight we have American Legion Post 56 baseball, if it doesn't rain. It is sprinkling. Red Wing Post 54 in town. They've come a long way, and would be ashamed to have them go home without playing a game. But there is heavy rain on the radar. Let's see if it makes it to Hike Field. There's been plenty of rain in the area lately, but further serious rain chances would not help at all. But we have 4 games scheduled at this facility on Clark Street this week. Tomorrow it's 5-1 Albert Lea VFW Post 447 baseball against Byron at 5. Thursday, American Legion Post 56 will be back here, hopefully 2-0, playing the Rochester A's at 6:30. And Friday at 6, a VFW Post 447 makeup game against Stewartville. And for more information about the American Legion Post 56 in Albert Lea, or the VFW Post 447, go to their, they're both on Facebook, and the Legion has American Legion Post 56.com. This is number 56.com as a website there, too. So you can check them out. Coming up on AlbertLeeLive.com, Legion baseball pregame show, my conversation with Post 56 manager Jay Anderson. And also player profile. We talked to, I talked to today's pitcher. It was supposed to be Hayden Christensen, but he could not make it. And now we have Preston Smith pushed into the starting rotation again. He pitched a 15-5 win over Casson in their first Legion game. But that's all on the way next here on AlbertLeeLive.com. I've got a suggestion for a place to eat that has culinary masterpieces. Cento in downtown Albert Lea. Wood-fired pizzas, fresh salads, rich pastas, and indulgent desserts. They all come together for a meal everyone will love. And if you're craving something sweet, they just added gelato. The cafe up front is open until 3 daily. Cento offers weekly specials. They've got a full catering service for you. Dine in or carry out at Cento. Open Monday through Saturday at 201 South Broadway Avenue, downtown Albert Lea.
Hi, this is Adam, your local business owner at GT Window and Door right here in Albert Lea. Start the new year with a fresh look for your home. At GT Window and Door, we specialize in high-quality windows and door replacements that enhance comfort, style, and energy efficiency. With financing options available, including interest-free plans for up to 18 months, it's never been easier to upgrade your home. Visit us online at gtwindowanddoor.com to schedule your free estimate today. Let's make 2025 the year you fall in love with your home all over again.
You have a brand new house. The construction has left a giant mess of dust and dirt. Call ServiceMaster by Ayat today, 877-945-0993.
The man, the yellow van, call ServiceMaster.
Here we are on the pregame, talking with American Legion Post 56 baseball manager Jay Anderson. And first of all, congratulations on taking most of these same guys to the Minnesota High School Baseball Section 2 AA Consolation Championship. Just 3 wins from state.
Yeah, we were close. It was one of those situations we were 2 outs from the final, but it's a situation where you got to get all 3 outs in the 7th inning, and we just couldn't quite do it, even though we got a lead kind of late in that game, it was one of those situations where our goal was to get there. We were just 2 outs short of reaching that goal. So.
Well, that was, the heartbreak, but the run to get there was impressive.
Yeah, we won a lot of games in a row. We had to win 2 games, 2 days, on 2 different days, and we did that. Like I say, these guys, do bounce back and they do step up. Like I say, we increased a lot of stats this year from this year to last year, and it really started to show when we got to the end of the season. And playing a good, Big 9 schedule helps us a ton when you get to that situation there.
And now I suppose they feel like, since it's kind of the same nucleus, they want to keep going here in the Legion season. And you started that with a big win over Cassie.
Yeah, and they do. The biggest thing we fight right now as coaches is getting these guys back up.
Yeah.
Going into summer, they've got jobs. They've got there's no school to chase them around, so it's a challenge. On summer is always a challenge. We just try to increase them a little bit at a time. So by the time we get to the tournament in the middle of July, we're at least competitive when we get to that tournament and have a chance to go to that state tournament.
10-run win over Casson, but they did help you out a lot with like 14 walks, especially in that 7th inning. But it's not your fault.
A lot of walks. Like I said, we were taking 1 base at a time there. We didn't want to make it any worse than it was, but it's a situation where that's a team that was in the section or Division I final against Stewartville, so it was the same basic team, but again, coming off that big uplift, it was kind of a little bit of a letdown, and summer ball is not the same for everybody, especially starting right away, a few days after that.
Preston
game for them.
Smith, he looked good on the mound for you guys.
Been solid all year. He was our pitcher of the year this year as a team in our banquet a few days ago, and so he's just been very, very consistent. So.
By the way, he walked only 1, so that was
right, and he's
much less.
That's been his plus all year. He's very consistent. Throws strikes. He gets ahead of the guys. Throughout the season, he was ahead of hitters 70% of the time. For strike pitch. So that'll always help you as a pitcher, and that's what makes him. He doesn't he doesn't overwhelm you or blow you away, but he'll be consistent, and that's really what makes him successful.
No, not as many games on the schedule this year. Are you still looking for more? Or?
Well, we always have 11 to 12, 11 to 13 and then we have a tournament, but we got bumped out of the tournament by a glitch with the Rochester Park and Rec Department, so that was a bad thing for us. But that's 4 games that we didn't get, so we're going to make do with what we got, and we were late with the run in section, so we lost a week there, so that would have been our first 2 games. So technically, same amount of games, same amount of time. We'll wrap it up by the 15th of July. It's all done anyway, so we got a month to get everything done anyway, so we still got 9 games in 30 days. That's about like a high school schedule, I guess, for the most part. We're trying to add 1 or 2 more. If we get them, we'll take them, but we'll have to see what happens here. So.
What do you know about Red Wing, tonight's opponent?
Other than we've seen them in school ball, this is the first time they've been in this Legion Division I. So we don't have anything. Never played them in the summer before, so they were always Division II. So they're bumping up. So we'll see what they've got. We don't know. We don't have a clue. Again, I don't know. It's always different than school ball. Who plays? Who doesn't play?
Right.
Do they allow seniors? Do they not allow seniors? Some areas do, some areas don't, based on numbers. We allow them because our numbers can sometimes be tight. But yeah. So we'll see. We'll see what they've got, and hope it doesn't rain.
Yeah. Hey, good luck. And if it doesn't rain, getting that win number 2.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Mr. Sandless in Albert Lea refinishes any kind of floors without sanding. Guaranteed adhesion, guaranteed satisfaction, best warranty in the business. Outdoors, they'll refinish decks, fences, furniture, concrete, and more. Any type of floor indoors like tile, slate, laminates, concrete, asphalt, ceramic, and more. Call local Mr. Sandless, Troy Irvine at 507-391-9100 or check them out online, MrSandless.com. Albert Lea Live is here, Southern Minnesota. We have top quality audio and video play-by-play online of more Albert Lea Tiger games and events than anyone else. But we also provide opportunities for Albert Lea area youth to experience our businesses. Students can be paid to be on the air with us or showcase their graphic art skills by creating social media posts or run the cameras for our events. So if you or someone you know might be interested in broadcasting the Tiger teams by joining our team, email us from the AlbertLeaLive.com page or call or text J. Paul at 507-402-1600.
Comprehensive Wealth Solutions is here to help you make informed decisions about the small town way.
All the way to the section consolation final. You were 3 wins away from state, man.
I know.
Yeah, it was a brutal way to finish, but nice run to get there.
Yeah, thank you. Worked really hard to get there, but next year we'll be back for sure. next year we will be.
Well, it looks like you bounced back in fine shape with Cass, and you struck out 7, only walked 1, even though they walked you guys 14 times.
Yeah, they're a good team. As you can tell, they made it to the section finals, but they did lose. But still, we played really well against them.
What is so you pitch and then you also play other positions. What's your strength, do you think, in playing baseball?
Strength, definitely. It could be definitely for me pitching. Pitching's also really good for me, but also fielding's also really good. Hitting was all right, but definitely those two.
Are you upset if you can't go a full 7 innings pitching?
Kind of depends. If I'm pitching really well and I get pulled, then yeah, kind of. But also depends on how we're playing and how defense is playing.
And maybe they need you for games down the road. You never know. It's a lot of variables that go into it. Do you have a pregame ritual?
I do not.
Okay. How about funniest high school teacher at Albert Lee?
Funniest high school teacher. Oh.
Is it that hard?
Yeah, it's
nobody's funny.
I don't really have a funny teacher.
How about a favorite teacher?
Favorite teacher, Riley Hansen, Miss Hansen.
Okay, what does she teach?
She teaches sport, or she teaches what is it called? Personal finance and
good stuff to know. Yeah.
Yeah, I think. Oh, and fashion and design. That's all I know.
Favorite musical artist or group?
Oof. I don't really have a favorite musical artist or group.
What do you listen to, like country or rock?
Yeah, I listen to a lot of country.
Okay. How about favorite movie star?
Favorite movie star?
Male or female?
Kevin Hart.
Oh, yeah.
I like him.
Funny guy. Favorite binge watch?
Favorite binge watch? Probably Outer Banks.
I hear that a lot, yeah.
Really good show.
What's your favorite app?
Favorite app? Right now, it's probably TikTok.
And who is your favorite player on this baseball team, other than you?
Favorite player? Graham Goskeson.
Why is that?
Well, I played baseball with him a lot, and like growing up with him and just playing baseball with him, and him being my catcher.
Oh yeah. Are you going to be a junior or a senior?
I'm going to be a junior next year.
You're going to be a junior soon.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, hey, it's been fun watching you this year, and we're going to have fun watching you this summer. And good luck, and go get win number 2 tonight.
Yep, we will. Thank you.
Stay up to date on Tiger activities by following Albert Lee Live on social media. See what's on tap for the week and check out daily game day graphics to always know what's happening. You'll also get fast updates of game postponements and cancellations. Like and share our posts to keep others updated, and leave a comment with any questions for quick answers. Follow us at Albert Lee Live on Facebook, Instagram, and X, and catch all the action on albertleelive.com.
You have a brand new house. The construction has left a giant mess of dust and dirt. Call Service Master by Ayat today. 877-945-0993.
The van, the yellow van, call Service Master.
Break. Back here at Hike Field, getting ready for action here. I don't know. I looked at radar. I've been looking at it all day long leading up to this, and it changes so much that it's hard to know what's going to happen. But right now, there's a buildup of rain just to our south and west, and some of it is very heavy. But right now, the heaviest is in around Forest City, south of Fairmont, around Astorville and Spirit Lake, and it's moving our way. But sometimes it dissipates, and it looks like this is going to lessen as it gets here. But we could have a chance to get some rain. And like I said, Red Wings started out at 3, and it's a long drive to get here, so they're not going to want to go home without a game played. So hopefully we can stay here long enough to get it in. And really, if it's not lightning, I would think they could play through some light rain. But there are some dangerous-looking cells out there as far as radar is concerned. But like I said, all afternoon I've been watching them, and they dissipate just as they get to us. It's like there's a shield at the 35 and I-90 confluence there. But hopefully that is the case. I'm Jay Paul, along with Farron, my daughter, running the show here, my producer, and my thanks to Jay Anderson, and also pitcher Preston Smith, who was excellent in his opening Legion game against Casson. Struck out 7, walked 1. He gave up, I think, 6 hits or something like that, but 5 runs on 6 hits, but struck out 7 and walked 1. Got the big win as they walked us 14 times in that game and walked in quite a few runs that way. They were bases loaded a lot for Albert Lee. Well, when you get 10 hits, 14 walks, that's a lot of base runners in a 7-inning game. And they took advantage of it and scored 15 to win 15-5 in their opener. And got Red Wing Post 54 today, taking on American Legion Post 56 from Albert Lee. And about ready to go with starting lineups here. I wanted to mention some of the other athletes who have done some good things here. They had the state track and field state championship. We had 2 athletes there. Junior Andrew Shaw, 14th in the AA 1,600-meter run. Congratulations, Andrew. And Charlie Irvine, another junior, 19th in the AA long jump at the state tournament. So that's at St. Michael, Albertville. Last week, the state golf championships were held in AA. Albert Lee competed as a team and finished 6th out of the 8 teams. Detroit Lakes was the champion. But individually, wow, did we do so well. Junior Noah Teeter tied for 3rd in the state in the AA individual golf state championship, a 2-round total of 145. He shot a 72 and a 73. He was 1 over, just 2 shots behind the winner, Ryder Rose of Southwest Christian. And senior Archie Nelson tied for 16th with a 150. I think that's better than he did last year. I think he was like 20th last year. So those 2 repeated appearances at the state tournament. But senior Ledger Stadheim and junior Ben Rasmussen were tied for 65th with a 163. Senior Nick Belchan, and he was 83rd with a 177. And junior Evan Enfinson, 85th with a 178. And again, as a team, they finished 6th. So congratulations to all of those athletes. We covered a lot of that this year. I think we did 2 or 3 golf outings, and also plenty of track and field. We had a handful of those events that we covered, and looking forward to a summer full of baseball here with the VFW. We had their game last, it was Saturday, I guess, a win they had to go to 5-1 on this VFW season. VFW Post 447 out of Albert Lee. And this will be the second game for the Legion guys. These are juniors and seniors coming up next year. Or from this year, I guess. Seniors from this year are eligible. It depends. We're talking to Jay Anderson. Some squads don't let the guys who graduated just recently play. We do in Albert Lee because we need the numbers. So that's why a lot of these guys are juniors and seniors, just graduated. And then VFW is mostly freshmen and sophomores from the JV squad. Some of them intermingle between the 2 squads, but we'll cover them all. We've got games all this week, today to tomorrow night at 5 for the VFW, and then Thursday it's more American Legion at 6:30, and Friday a 6 o'clock game against Stewartville for the VFW. So it's going to be Preston Smith pitching again here, and he's just on a roll here from the mound, so looking for good things here as he'll be facing Owen Runquist, the opposing pitcher, batting first. Noah Riegelman is second baseman, batting second. Juju Kohler bats third and plays center field. Calvin Nelson is in third baseman and going fourth. Trace Taylor is the first baseman, batting sixth. Johnny Speltz, actually fifth. Johnny Speltz plays right field, and he'll bat sixth. Zach Royalty is the seventh batter. He's playing out in left field today. Wesley Christensen is the catcher, batting eighth. And Cade Shelstead is the shortstop, batting ninth. They've got three guys on the bench. Tate Hartman, Ethan Paradis, and Hakan Ellingson. We only have four guys on the bench, so it's going to be not a lot of substitutions here. But Cooper Kermis will lead off and play first base for Jay Anderson's Albert Lee Post 56 Legion team. Leighton Yost, shortstop, bats second. Third baseman Graham Goskison will bat third. Easton Shuey plays out in left. He'll bat cleanup. Preston Smith is fifth in the lineup. He's pitching. Andrew Westing is center fielder, batting sixth. Ethan Steeler will be 7th in the lineup. He's the right fielder. Casey Olvey catches, batting 8th. And Brody Rassler, the second baseman, bats 9th. Cohen Drescher, Griffin Richards, Drew Olvey, and Logan Davis are the backups. Going to take a break, and we'll be back with our first pitch coming up here on AlbertLeeLive.com.
Mr. Sandless in Albert Lee refinishes any kind of floors without sanding. Guaranteed adhesion, guaranteed satisfaction, best warranty in the business. Outdoors, they'll refinish decks, fences, furniture, concrete, and more. Any type of floor indoors like tile, slate, laminates, concrete, asphalt, ceramic, and more. Call local Mr. Sandless, Troy Irvine at 507-391-9100 or check him out online, MrSandless.com.
Hi, this is Adam, your local business owner at GT Window and Door right here in Albert Lee. Start the new year with a fresh look for your home. At GT Window and Door, we specialize in high-quality windows and door replacements that enhance comfort, style, and energy efficiency. With financing options available, including interest-free plans for up to 18 months, it's never been easier to upgrade your home. Visit us online at gtwindowanddoor.com to schedule your free estimate today. Let's make 2025 the year you fall in love with your home all over again.
You have a brand new house. The construction has left a giant mess of dust and dirt. Call Service Master by Ayat today. 877-945-0993.
The man, the yellow van, call Service Master.
All right. Got the last of the anthem in there, and it's about ready to get the warm-up tosses going. Still maybe a little sprinkling. If you look at radar, there's a lot of heavy rain to our south and west, stretching from Esterville to Mason City, and it put it in motion, and most of it dissipates. But it's so close that you never know what's going to happen here. But we'll try and get through it. Like I said, Red Wing, a long way to come, and they're not going to want to go home without playing a game, I would think. We got Wingers coming up the bat first here, and Preston Smith out there. Farron is show them the other angle we have. That's our balls and strike angle, and that's more of the field, but they're both kind of similar. One's a little lower. So it's up to you, Farron, which one you want to feature, or if you want to switch between them, and she'll be keeping track on our scoreboard as well here, and running the commercials and all the other things. The important stuff. I just have to jabber for 2 hours here. And now that lower camera, the one we're looking now, might run. It might die. It's only got 2 hours and 15 minutes of battery on it. So we'll see if we have to switch to the other one exclusively. That might be, but we have the whole field covered here. We shouldn't have to zoom in and follow things. And if you're watching a big enough screen, you should be able to see it really nicely. As Preston warms up, throwing to Goskeson behind the plate, and defensively for Albert Lee, you've got Kermis at first, as Rassler at second, Brody, and then Graham Goskeson playing third base. Leighton Yost, the shortstop tonight. Easton Shuey out in left with Andrew Westing, center fielder, and Ethan Steeler is your right fielder. For Jay Anderson, 1-0. I don't know what Red Wings' record is. I forgot to ask them. Most teams, both these teams in high school went a long way, played a lot of games, played deep, past the starting of their Legion seasons. So probably didn't get all the Legion games in. They had to move. I know Stewartville. Well, no, that's the VF. I'm trying to think. They have shuffled some games around anyway. The Legion guys and also the VFW guys. As we're about ready to go here with Preston Smith having a fine year both in the high school and his first start last week against Casson on the road. And his first pitch is on the ground to third. And Rassler picks it up and gets it across the diamond in time to Cooper for the first out. Some guys not here tonight. I won't go through the list because I don't want to get anybody wrong and they're sitting on the bench or something. But second up here is Noah Regelman, the second baseman. So 5-3 put out for out number one. And here's Smith's first pitch to Regelman, who fouls it out of play towards the Bulldog. You'll hear him if you're new to these broadcasts. He'll be bellering out there and barking because people are in his backyard, he thinks. But not necessarily his. There's a strike two, 0-2 to Regelman. And Juju Kohler is up next on deck, the center fielder. As Preston winds and fires. And it is in the air. Center fielder. No, it's second base. I was fooled. I thought it was going all the way out to center. That one caught by our second baseman, Brody Rassler. Oh, I called him third base. That's Graham Goskeson. A lot of people playing in different positions today because some people aren't here. But that was Rassler out at second making the grab there. And a fly ball out and a ground out. 2 up, 2 down. And Juju Kohler. Center fielder, and I know that name from other sports that we have covered and played Red Wing. Again, they're clad in their purple, Red Wing. Doesn't make sense, but that's what they got. Oh, that was a nasty hop. Kind of went over Rassler's glove and out into center fielder. Not sure if that's... well, he was all set to grab that. It took a high bounce. Over his head. I don't know if I can call that an error. I'll just say that's a base hit myself. And put Kohler on at first. With 2 down, and Calvin Nelson, the third baseman, up. Ooh, that's a foul off of Goskeson's mask and chest protector and out of play. No, it's Casey Olvey catching. I got Goskeson catching. Hey, he's playing out in left. See, you get used to the same guys playing the same positions. So it's Casey Olvey catching. And it's 0-1 to Calvin Nelson. That's outside. So 1-1 to Nelson. 2 down here. Let's get this third out, boys, and get the bats rolling. Sprinkling here at Hike Field. Like I said, a big buildup if you've been tracking the weather. It's actually raining pretty steadily here now at Hike Field. A little harder than it had been. This is lifted, infield, pop. Shortstop calls everybody off and makes the catch. So nicely done by Leighton Yost. And a 4-up, 3 down first for Red Wing. A couple of infield pop-ups and a ground out. And Preston Smith gets the boys into the dugout to pick up some bats here. At scoreless after a half inning on AlbertLeeLive.com.
Hi, this is Adam, your local business owner at GT Window and Door right here in Albert Lea. Start the new year with a fresh look for your home. At GT Window and Door, we specialize in high-quality windows and door replacements that enhance comfort, style, and energy efficiency. With financing options available, including interest-free plans for up to 18 months, it's never been easier to upgrade your home. Visit us online at gtwindowanddoor.com to schedule your free estimate today. Let's make 2025 the year you fall in love with your home all over again.
You have a brand new house. The construction has left a giant mess of dust and dirt. Call Service Master by Ayat today. 877-945-0993.
The man, the yellow van, call Service Master.
Back here at Hike Field, half inning in the books. It's scoreless. Rain is drizzling down here. Might be able to see that on your screen, but it's very light but steady. As hopefully that's the extent of it. If it lightnings, we'll have to take a mandatory, I think it's a 20-minute break, maybe 30, but at least a 20-minute break. People in the stands not bringing umbrellas or anything. Well, it's too hot for a jacket anyway, so we've got a few people here. But hopefully most of them are listening on AlbertLeeLive.com. Cooper Kermis will lead off here against the pitcher Owen Rundquist. And Kermis is 2 for 5 in the opener. 2 runs scored, an RBI. Struck out twice, walked once, stole a base. Very active. And he is ripping one to left foul, though. That's curving, and it is out of play. So strike one to Cooper. The normal leadoff guy for Jay Anderson. And they're getting rid of that ball out of play. I doubt if we'll get 14 walks like we did against Casson last week. But this is in the air to left. And, it was falling fast. Nice play out there in left field by Zach Royalty, who dove for that one and got the catch. One up, one down. Cooper gave it a ride out there to left, and it was fading fast, but not fast enough. Leighton Yost coming up here, the shortstop. Right-handed batter. And his first pitch is sent to short on a few hops. The throw across is high, but the ump says they got him. 6-3 put out, 2 down. And that brings up Graham Goskeson, the third baseman here tonight. As it's still raining, drizzling, you can see it if you look hard enough. You can see on the field, the infield is getting a little wet here. As ball one is to Goskeson, 1-0. 2 down, nobody on. And that one is nubbed to the pitcher, and Rundquist grabs it and throws it over to his first baseman in time. And a 1-2-3 inning for Red Wing starting defensively. Pretty impressive. And we're through one complete. It is scoreless with the Wingers coming to bat here on AlbertLeeLive.com.
I've got a suggestion for a place to eat that has culinary masterpieces. Cento in downtown Albert Lea. Wood-fired pizzas, fresh salads, rich pastas, and indulgent desserts. They all come together for a meal everyone will love. And if you're craving something sweet, they just added gelato. The cafe up front is open until 3 daily. Cento offers weekly specials. They've got a full catering service for you. Dine in or carry out at Cento. Open Monday through Saturday at 201 South Broadway Avenue, downtown Albert Lea.
Looking at radar, and there you go. The blue dot is us, and the buildup to the south and west is pretty nasty looking. But when you put it in motion, it kind of dissipates. Here, watch it. Okay, the blue dot is us, nothing touching us. Everything just gets real close and then dissipates. So, I don't know. Just have to experience it and see what happens here. But Preston Smith gave up with that one hit in the first, but no damage other than that. And they'll start with Trace Taylor, the first baseman, then Johnny Speltz, the right fielder, followed by Zach Royalty, the left fielder, here in the top of the second. And, of course, the rain making the ball slick as Alvey is going to have to really get a good grip on his throws to second and first if he throws it down there. And the pitcher, too, you're going to pitch out or something, go to first. You got to really be sharp. I would think they would probably not do so much of that with the rain falling and the things that could go wrong there. But here's Preston's first pitch. It's hit into the gap in left center. It's going to go to the, well, it doesn't have enough to go to the warning track, but they do pick it up. And a close play at second. Boy, he was really just jogging, was Trace Taylor, but he gets in with a stand-up double. He had that measured, apparently, but, wow, it was a little closer at the end of that play than it looked like it might be. Johnny Speltz now with a man on second in scoring position here with nobody out. A lefty Speltz. As Taylor ties the shoe carefully. Come on, man, it's raining. Let's get as much of this game in. I don't know if you got to play 5 or 4 to make it an official game, or if you got to go all the way to 7 in these leagues, but we'll get whatever we can in here, as that's low. Ball 1 to Speltz. Second hit of the game for Red Wing. Smith checks the runner and delivers inside, not across, though, and ball 2. 2-0. The rain just keeps getting steadier and more noticeable as it goes, and that's low. Again, it's going to be tough for pitchers to keep the ball dry enough to command it. 3-0. And I don't know what the rules are as far as the heaviness of the rain in American Legion play. Is that strike called? 3-1. Taken all the way with Speltz with a 3-0 count. Now 3-1. And that one is laced to the left but foul. Right past the third base bag, and over there trying to make the grab was Goskeson, but just missed it. So a 3-2 count for Johnny Speltz. Royalty on deck. Taylor on second gets his lead. Not a very big one, and it's on the ground. Only one play to make, and that's to first. Going to have to hurry, and he got it over there in time to get the batter. As Kermis grabs it at first. There's one out, but they move the runner to third. So runner at third with one down. And Zach Royalty is up. He's the left fielder. And the lead run just 90 feet away here. They did call that an error on Albert Lee. Yeah. That would have been on second baseman Brody Rassler. That's been a little tough. I gave it a hit. But anyway, it's now 2-0 to Royalty. Steady drizzle. Continuing here in the early going as that's low and inside. 3-0. And we might get a lot of walks here. I didn't even think of that. The grip on the ball is affected for the pitchers, for everybody. The wet ball, and then if it hits the dirt, you're getting wet dirt on there. But he walked him on 4 pitches. So first and third now. First walk of the game for Preston. Well, I'll keep it like they have it. It's a one hit. We'll give him the error to Rassler, even though I think that's mean, but I'm not the official scorer. Wesley Christensen, the 8 batter, is up now with runners to the corners and 1 out. Catcher, Christensen, he takes the first pitch outside low. Ball 1 to the righty. Cade Sheldstead is on deck. If it stays like this, I could see them playing most of the game, if not all of it. But if they see lightning, you have to stop. So that's just makes sense. It's a grounder. They're going to come home. It's got to be a tag made, and they will tag the runner out. So Taylor down as the second out there, tagged at home by catcher Olvey. And advancing to second is Royalty with Christensen on first on a fielder's choice. So first and second with 2 down, and Cade Sheldstead, shortstop batting. The 9-hitter in the winger lineup. And a strike is called. 0-1 to Sheldstead. And the next pitch, low for a ball, 1-1. Twins in Cincinnati tonight, so I don't know if it's raining there or not, but they're underway. Interleague play for the boys as it's 2-1 now to Sheldstead. With those runners at first and second and 2 down. A force at any bag here for second or third, so whatever's easier if it's a ground ball in the infield, and that's fouled back. So 2-2 with 2 outs in the second. as Preston checks the runner at second and delivers. Up high, 3-2 full count. Owen Runquist on deck. Should Shelstead reach here? But they cut off the run as on that last play that was nicely done. See if they can get out of this inning altogether. It's lifted to shallow right, called by the right fielder. Steeler running in there, and Ethan makes the catch for the third out. So they do not score. They leave two stranded, and we are through an inning and a half with a scoreless game here, but the Tigers are coming to bat on AlbertLeeLive.com.
Albert Lee Live is here, Southern Minnesota. We have top quality audio and video play-by-play online of more Albert Lee Tiger games and events than anyone else. But we also provide opportunities for Albert Lee area youth to experience our businesses. Students can be paid to be on the air with us or showcase their graphic art skills by creating social media posts or run the cameras for our events. So if you or someone you know might be interested in broadcasting the Tiger teams by joining our team, email us from the AlbertLeeLive.com page or call or text J. Paul at 507-402-1600.
Comprehensive Wealth Solutions is here to help you make informed decisions about your financial future. CWS can provide you with a wealth strategy that aligns with your vision and values. Visit CWSFBO.com. CWS, providing big-time advice the small-town way.
Back here at Hike Field, and it's scoreless as we hit to the bottom of the second, and Tigers coming up. We'll have the 4, 5, 6 batters coming up as they were down 1, 2, 3 in the first by Owen Runquist on 2 grounders and a flyout. It's Easton Shuey, the left fielder, and then Preston Smith, pitcher, and Andrew Westing, the center fielder, to face Runquist as the steady rain starting to get a little harder now, but we forge ahead. No lightning yet. There's time to make these games up. Next week, I think there's only a Monday game on the schedule for the Legion. As if you heard the pregame with Jay Anderson, he said they were in a tournament that they've been in for years. And through a clerical error, it's in Rochester every year, every summer, and they got left out this year. Unbeknownst to them, until the season started, I was like, I guess we're not playing over there. So it'd be nice. I mean, that's like 3-4 games there. They're going to be short. So they're trying to come up with some replacement games here, but there's time. Like I said, we have 4 games this week with the VFW team and the American Legion, and then very few, 1 or 2 in weeks after that. We have more VFW games than Legion games. This is lifted. First pitch to center field, and he camps under it and makes the catch. 1 up, 1 down on 1 pitch to Easton Shuey. And Preston Smith comes up. 1 hit in the game, it was Red Wings. 1 error in the game, it was Albert Lee's. And let's see if Preston can help himself out here against Runquist, as the first pitch is curveball, goes over but high, so it's ball 1. Might have been a little inside, I don't know. I'm not as close as the ump. That's low, 2-0. And as I look at radar, the system seems to be dissipating a little bit, but I don't know how far they'll go with this kind of drizzle, but it's 3-0 now to Preston Smith. Called strike as Smith taking it all away. Well, if we were in Mason City, we would have never played this game because they are getting pounded with heavy rain. We just have the light stuff right now, and we'll see how it goes from here. And that is shallow right field. A grab made out there by the Wingers, and 2 up, 2 down. Another fly ball out. That's 3 of those. 2 ground outs for the Tigers, and they haven't got a hit, so another 1, 2, 3 inning possibly here. But Andrew Westing is up now. He went 2 for 3 in the Casson game. Scored 2 runs, had 2 RBIs, a double, 2 walks, stole 2 bases. He fouls the first pitch back, strike 1. Smith in that game was 1 for 2 with 2 runs scored and an RBI. Keep in mind, they walked 14 times, Albert Lee and Casson. Had 10 hits, lots of base runners, 15 runs scored. Stole, I want to say 5. No, it was 9 bases in the game. So pumped up the season average in that first game. See if they can do it every game. That'd be great. Swing and a miss there, and it's 1-2 to Andrew. Playing center field here tonight, and looking for their first base runner. Tigers, yes, that one is not a strike. I thought it was over, but ump says nope, 2-2. No wind, just a steady drizzle here at High Field, and a swing through it by Andrew, and that is another 1-2-3 inning for Red Wing. And the first strikeout of the game for either squad. So 3 up, 3 down. We are through 2. And we'll be back with hopefully more rainy baseball here on AlbertLeeLive.com.
Mr. Sandless in Albert Lea refinishes any kind of floors without sanding. Guaranteed adhesion, guaranteed satisfaction, best warranty in the business. Outdoors, they'll refinish decks, fences, furniture, concrete, and more. Any type of floor indoors like tile, slate, laminates, concrete, asphalt, ceramic, and more. Call local Mr. Sandless, Troy Irvine at 507-391-9100 or check him out online, MrSandless.com.
Warm-ups by Preston. Third inning of work for him. After giving up 5 runs on 6 hits last week against Casson in their only game for the Legion. Post 56 so far this year. But he struck out 7 and only walked 1, so that was pretty strong. He had control anyway, but as long as you're throwing it across, you're supposed to rely on your defense to play D behind you, so 5 runs, not ideal, but 6 hits, not a whole lot, especially if you have more strikeouts than hits. And he did, but he has not gotten one today. He's given up 1 hit and a walk, but left them all stranded. Another one reached on an error to Rassler at second. But 3 flyouts and 3 groundouts for Preston. And now it's top of the order for the third inning. Owen Rundquist, Noah Reigelman, and Juju Calder. Never understood why they wear purple when they're from Red Wing. You would think that would be just a no-brainer. They'd be red. It's Red Wing. My daughter just thinks I'm nuts. Here's the 1-0, and that's not across. So 2-0 to Rundquist. Yeah, that's low. Oh, we called it a strike, though. Looked low from my vantage point, but I'm not hovering over the plate like the up. It's 2-1. They haven't put it on the scoreboard yet, but he called it a strike, so 2-1. And that is another called strikes. 2-2 to Rundquist. Yeah, what meeting were they in Red Wing where they said, okay, so the school colors here at Red Wing, purple and white. Nobody saw the irony in that. And that's a foul ball. They'll do it again at 2-2. And the red, white, and blue jerseys for Albert Lea. Good look. They have baby blues. Maybe that's just the VFW, but the baby blues look good too. And that is a 3-hopper to third. Oh, a high throw. And he tagged him as he went by, but dropped the ball, did Kermis. So that's going to be safe there. That's going to be an error on the throw from Goskuson at third, making him jump up there and having to contort himself to make the tag. So reaching on a second error for Albert Lea. That's my view. We'll see what they call it here on the scoreboard. But it brings up Noah Riggleman, the second baseman, who popped out to second his first time up. Runquist was out on a ground ball to third, but now on at first. If the error, he gets his lead. That is low ball one to Riggleman. I think it's still drizzling a little bit, but just not as heavy as it had been in the first 2 innings. Maybe it'll go away. Just ignore it. It'll go away. This is shallow center and a readjustment there and a nice catch in center field by Andrew Westing. He had to dive forward to get that one, but he actually started back first, misjudging it, but was able to recover and come in and make the catch on his belly there in center field. So that's one out. No advancement for Runquist. And Juju Kohler coming up. He reached on an error to second baseman Rassler in the first. Got stranded at first. They throw over. With a wet ball, you better be sure of your throws here, but Preston had a good one there over to his buddy at first, Cooper Kermis. He says his favorite player, I should say, of the team. Maybe not Graf's best friend, but Graham Goskeson, who usually catches for him, but he's not tonight. The runner goes. The throw down is in time. They got him. Boy, a late break for Rassler as Olvey let go of that one, and Rassler, he kind of discovered mid-flight that he better get over there, and it was right on the money, and they nail Runquist at second for out number 2 on a caught stealing. Nice job by Casey Olvey throwing down to Rassler. And so now they can get out of the inning here with a strikeout or an out here with Kohler still batting 1-1 now. To him. Base is empty. Scoreless. Only one hit in this game so far for 2 innings and 2 outs of the first half inning of the third. It's 2-1, I believe, to Kohler. As Preston covers the face with the glove, as if not to give anything away. This is also a run for Westing, but he's not going to get there. Oh, he tried to cut it off with a bare hand, and it got by him a little bit, and I don't think that would have mattered. Probably would have been a double anyway. It squirts away from second base. But in there with a double is Kohler. Second double of the game for the Red Wing. So both their hits have been doubles. They've reached on error twice and had a guy walked. So they've had some base runners, but haven't been able to push any across. One tagged out at home by Olvey. Back in the last inning, second inning. That was the guy who doubled. Trace Taylor made it around, but we gunned him down at the plate. Nice tag applied by Olvey, and we got out of there unscathed. But here we are, 2 down. Runner at second. Calvin Nelson sees strike 1 called, 0-1. He popped out to shortstop his first time up. Third out of the first inning. As Preston looks at the runner and then throws another strike called, 0-2. Smith is looking for his first strikeout here. Struck out 7 last week against Casson. Let's see if he can get that rolling here. As he checks the runner and delivers. Low ball 1-2. Well, I mean, if it stayed like this, they could get 7 innings in for sure. Still really bad thunderstorms to the south and west of here. But like I said, it kind of dissipates as it rolls through here if you put your radar in motion. So, and it's out of play to the right, so still 1-2. And I was talking to Jay Anderson before, and he goes, at 3 o'clock, when they were going to leave Red Wing, the Wingers, to come here, that's what it looked like. It was going to dissipate and not be a problem. And it turns out that's kind of what's happening here, even though they've had to play in the drizzle here at the beginning. He goes, what am I supposed to do now? It's going to rain 3 hours later, but it's hard to call that at 3 o'clock. So, and they came a long way, so they're going to try and play as much as they can here. That one's outside. 2-2 now with 2 outs in the third and a man on second. Nelson Chokes up on the bat, and he's ready to go. Smith, long look at second, delivers. That's outside, and it's full count. It's only the third full count of the game for Preston. Had 2 last inning. And they ended in a ground out and a fly out. So let's see if this is an out as well. Like to see it be a strikeout as it's on the ground, though. Off the mound, a weird hop into center field, and that run will score. They're going to throw, but, it's closer than I thought it was going to be at home, but safe is Juju Kohler with the first run of the game, and an RBI single for Calvin Nelson. Gives Red Wing the lead. And Trace Taylor's up with a runner at second as Nelson makes it to second on the throw home. Third hit for Red Wing, and all 3 of them ended up at second here. 2 doubles and then this single, and making second on the throw. Gives them a 1-0 lead. 2 down here. And the lefty, Speltz. No, it's Trace Taylor. He's the lefty. He batted right his first time out. He tricked me. Speltz, the next batter's a lefty as well. But Taylor batting from the right. His first at-bat was a double. And now a left-handed at-bat. And it's a strike on the corner. 0-2. Trace Taylor. Is it Trace or Tracy? It's Trayce. There is an E there. I think that's silent, though. I think it's Trace Taylor. 0-1. Swing and a miss. Oh, I guess it was 0-2, and he swung and missed, and the ball hit the ground, so they just have to throw it to first to complete the strikeout. And the third out of the top of the third. Scratched across a run, though, to take the lead, did the Wingers. 1-0 after 2.5. Tigers coming to bat on AlbertLeeLive.com.
Stay up to date on Tiger activities by following Albert Lee Live on social media. See what's on tap for the week and check out daily game day graphics to always know what's happening. You'll also get fast updates of game postponements and cancellations. Like and share our posts to keep others updated, and leave a comment with any questions for quick answers. Follow us at Albert Lee Live on Facebook, Instagram, and X, and catch all the action on AlbertLeeLive.com.
You have a brand new house. The construction has left a giant mess of dust and dirt. Call Service Master by Ayat today. 877-945-0993.
The man, the yellow van, call Service Master.
As we go to the bottom of the third here, and Albert Lee has been out 1-2-3 in the first 2 innings. No hits, 1 strikeout for Runquist, 3 flyouts, and 2 groundouts. It's made quick work of the order here with the first 2. With all the bottom of the order, let's get some base runners going here. Ethan Steeler, the right fielder, will lead off. Casey Olvey, the catcher, bats second here in the third, with Brody Rassler playing second, batting third. And then the top of the order after that. Yeah, the rain has lightened up quite a bit here in Hike Field. Game tomorrow scheduled for 5 o'clock. The VFW Post 447. And I guess there's more rain possible there, too. Maybe that'll get pushed back later in the evening. And then Thursday, these Legion boys will be back here on LALive.com playing at 6:30. Friday, a 6 o'clock game for the VFW, Post 447, and that'll be against Stewartville. So a busy week here of baseball. And hopefully the weather cooperates enough as we get to the bottom of the third here. 1-0 Red Wing. 1 run on 3 hits. Albert Lee, no runs on no hits. 2 errors. And that's a strike called to Ethan Steeler, and it's 0-1. Ethan playing out in right field today has made a couple of good grabs. And Runquist delivers. And it's 0-2 to Steeler. Waving the bat and swings and misses. It gets through the catcher's legs. Steeler's got a shot here, and it's a bad throw, so he'll be on. So it is a strikeout, but doesn't count as an out because of the drop there by the catcher. And on at first is Steeler with Casey Olvey, the catcher. Steeler, by the way, 1 for 2 in the Casson game, 2 RBIs and a run scored. He walked 3 times, and 3 of the 14 walks. Yeah, that's not a misprint. 14 walks. They throw over and safely Steeler back to first. Casey yet to see a pitch here. Olvey did not play in that game. He actually played and pitched for the VFW Saturday. Some of these guys playing both. Ooh, that was a close play at first, but Steeler back in there. So far, no pitches to Casey and just 2 throwovers. Trying to catch Steeler leaning the wrong way, but they haven't done it. There's a bunt, comes straight back. Does that affect our... not much. Every time it hits the fence, we have a camera strapped to the fence back here. Sometimes it jostles it enough, but that one hit over it by about 8 feet and didn't do much, so that's nice. There's a runner going. Steelers got a slide in there. What's the ump say? Out. Caught stealing for Ethan, and there's 1 out. And for Olvey, 1-1. No, 0-2. 0-2 is what he said right there. So I know the scoreboard says 1-1, but we are 0-2. The scoreboard here says 1-1. Our scoreboard says 0-2, which is right. And it's a pop fly. Third baseman calls the pitcher off and makes the catch. I always wondered, pitchers got to come off the mound and make a play on a pop-up. They should just not be involved at all. You have 4 infielders and a catcher who can make that grab and save your pitcher from having an awkward attempt to get off the mound and everything. And that worked out all right for him as the third baseman makes the catch, and now Brody Rassler up to bat. Fouls his first offering off, strike 1 to Brody. Never understood pitchers making plays like that. I know they're one of the best, like Bert Violevin says, the best athletes out there. But there's so many things that can go wrong when you have to come off that mound and make catches and not looking where you're going. And that is fouled the same area. Boy, 2 for the Bulldog over there, the neighbor, and it's 0-2. Rassler was 0 for 3. He did score a run, though, because he walked twice, struck out twice, had a run scored. I mentioned that in that Casson game. The win, 15-5. That one almost hits him, but curves in, not over the plate, but it's ball 1. 1-2. 2 down. Nobody on here for Albert Lea as they had their first base runner on a strikeout. But this is going to be in time. Nice stretch there at first to get Rassler, and Albert Lea gets through the order for the first time. But 3 innings is how they do it. So they got to get something going here. We're through 3, and it's 1-0 Red Wing on AlbertLeaLive.com.
I've got a suggestion for a place to eat that has culinary masterpieces. Cento in downtown Albert Lea. Wood-fired pizzas, fresh salads, rich pastas, and indulgent desserts. They all come together for a meal everyone will love. And if you're craving something sweet, they just added gelato. The cafe up front is open until 3 daily. Cento offers weekly specials. They've got a full catering service for you. Dine in or carry out at Cento. Open Monday through Saturday at 201 South Broadway Avenue, downtown Albert Lea.
An exclamation point. All right. And no. Well, I mean, I always try it twice just to make sure I got it right there. But we're trying to get us, there's this pop-up that keeps coming onto our screen. You can't see it on our broadcast, but it bothers Farron to no end. And as soon as she cancels it, it comes right back. So it's some kind of a cloud thing that we don't even need. It's asking for a password that we don't know what it is, but every password we've tried has not worked, so I guess we'll have to struggle through it. And I'll have Renee from the front office come into the computer tomorrow and get rid of it. Unless you can get out of there somehow. But 3 innings for the Red Wing D is the story here, and they've scratched across a run to take a 1-0 lead as we head to the 4th inning. And Preston Smith, 1 run on his 3 hits, struck out 1, walked 1, got a caught stealing, and he's got Johnny Speltz, the right fielder, up first here in the 4th. That is on target. Strike one. And did you get it? No. And it's in. Well, maybe she can go in now and do something about it. I'll just say didn't work. All right, so it's 2-0 to Speltz. He grounded out to short his first time up. This one's up the middle, just past Smith's glove, but I don't know that he would have got him anyway. With all of that going just past the mound, and I guess we got to go with what they say. I have already two. That would be the third error, if we call it. I only thought they had one. I don't even really want to give him on that one because I think the base runner was fast enough to have made it to first anyway without Leighton Yost not being able to pick that one up. But I'll give him a base hit. Zach Royalty now, he walked his first time up. He's got a runner at first. No out and a 1-0 count. Or an 0-1 count, I should say. 0-1. He turns to bunt, and it's foul. So strike two. 0-2. Let's turn a double play here, boys. They got a DP defensively in that Casson game. This is it. To short. To second. Oh, they can't quite even. Oh, did they get that one? They did. He tagged him on the foot as Speltz was trying to get to the bag. That was awkward, but it's one out and a fielder's choice for Royalty, who stays at first, for Wesley Christensen, the catcher who reached on a fielder's choice of his own in the second inning. One down, runner at first. The rain is pretty much stopped. It might be drizzling out there, but barely. Good news as we get a game in here and don't have to make it up. Red Wing, a long trip. It's 1-0 now to Christensen. Royalty gets his lead. And it's a foul tip. Strike one. 1-1. Boy, I thought they had that double play ball ready to go, but the awkward exchange from short to second, and then just staying with it. Rassler made the tag of his foot as he was trying to get on the bag there. So went from bad to good, and they didn't get the double play, but there's a fly ball to center for out number 2. Fifth fly ball out for the Wingers, and it brings up Cade Shellstead, the 9-hitter. Fourth guy up this inning. He flew out to right his first time up, third out of the second inning. Four hits for the Wingers and just the one run. They've had their chances. They're still very much within reach for Albert Lee, even though they've gone down 3 innings in a row and no hits or anything, but they got to get the bats going here. 0-1. Now 0-2 with a foul straight back, and Shellstead on the verge of being struck out, I think, here. Preston ended last inning with his first strikeout of the game. See if he can get his second one to end the fourth. Checks the runner quick at first. Oh, I thought it was 0-2. The scoreboard says 1-1, but let's see what the umpire says. Does he flash the signs? Scoreboard says 2-1. Yeah, that's what he says. 2 balls, 1 strike. I was wrong. You can ask my ex-wives. It happens a lot. As the runner goes in safe, they don't even throw down there, as that was kind of in the dirt. And Royalty on at second with a stolen base. Another runner in scoring position for the Wingers. It's 3-1. Is the count with 2 down. Preston looks at second, delivers, lost him. First and second now with 2 down, and the top of the order. It's the second walk issued by Smith. And Rundquist comes up. He grounded out to third his first time up and then reached on an error. They're going to go talk with Preston for a little bit, see if everything's all right, trying to clean his cleats off with a little mat they bring out there. And talk to the infield. But 2 walks, 1 strikeout, 1 run on 4 hits, 5 fly ball outs, 3 ground outs, and a caught stealing. And then the first half of that double play they got, couldn't complete it, but Alvey back to his spot behind the plate. I haven't seen Casey catch. Does he normally catch? He must. I mean, that's a tough position to just play because nobody else is there. Gostison's there, but he put him at third. As I know, Hayden Christensen was supposed to pitch or was going to be the pitcher, but he didn't make it today for one reason or another. And so Preston is put into action here and gets strike 1 called to Rundquist. 0-1, 2 down, 2 on. Here in the 4th of a 1-0 Red Wing lead. As the Tigers try to stay close and then get something going here. That's foul down the first baseline. So 0-2 to Rundquist. Oh, 2. Checks the runner, delivers, and that is another foul, first base side. Scorched one past the first base coach. Still 0-2, 2 outs, 2 on. Smith delivers, low, 1-2. He's got some pitches to use here in this at-bat, trying to entice Rundquist into swinging. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Rundquist, and that one is same spot, low and outside, 2-2. Just a light mist out there right now. I can see a little. Runners get their leads at first and second, and he swung through that one in that same spot 3 times in a row. But it was a tick, but the catcher Alvey caught it, and that's the strikeout, his second of the game, Smith. And ends the threat. They didn't score, left 2 stranded. After 3.5, it's 1-0 Red Wing. Tigers trying to at least tie it, if not, well, they got to get their first hit of the game. Coming up here on AlbertlyLive.com.
Hi, this is Adam, your local business owner at GT Window and Door right here in Albert Lea. Start the new year with a fresh look for your home. At GT Window and Door, we specialize in high-quality windows and door replacements that enhance comfort, style, and energy efficiency. With financing options available, including interest-free plans for up to 18 months, it's never been easier to upgrade your home. Visit us online at gtwindowanddoor.com to schedule your free estimate today. Let's make 2025 the year you fall in love with your home all over again.
You have a brand new house. The construction has left a giant mess of dust and dirt. Call Service Master by Ayat today. 877-945-0993.
The man, the yellow van, call Service Master.
As we head to the bottom of the 4th, and it's Rundquist still pitching for Red Wing here. Why not? He's got 3 innings. Of course, they had a caught stealing last inning as Ethan Steeler got on. He struck out, but the catcher lost track of the ball, and it went between his legs, and then before he could throw it to first, Steeler was on. But they eliminated him on a caught stealing. Close play. And so it's 3 up, 3 down again. Twins up 1-0 in their game in Cincinnati. David Festa pitching for the Twins. 3 strikeouts, 2 walks. They're in the 4th as well. As it's top of the order here, Cooper Kermis, who was a fly out to left victim in the first. He went 2 for 5 in that Casson game with 2 runs and an RBI. Struck out twice, walked once, and stole a base. Everybody walked except Shuey in that first game. And I mean everybody. There was Kermanis, Gustafson, Davis, and McGill each walked once. Preston Smith walked 3 times in that game. Westing, Westing and Rassler each walked twice. And Steeler walked 3 times. 14 walks given up by Casson in that game. And a bunch of them, 11 of them were in that 7th inning where or I don't know if it was 11. There was a bunch of walks in the 7th that led to their outburst of 11 runs to win that game. But that's pretty, I mean, it's not our fault that their pitchers can't hit the zone, but it did give them their win, and you can't take that away. It's 2-1 now, 3-1 to Cooper, as Runquist having some trouble here in the 4th, hitting the plate as he delivers, and Cooper thought he was walking, but no, it's a full count, 3-2, as umpire says strike. Kermes reloads, ready to go, and swing and a miss. 3rd strikeout for Runquist. 1 up, 1 down. 10 outs in a row. Kinda. I mean, it is, because they had the strikeout. The only base runner we had actually struck out and then made it safely to first on the throw down there. So really it is 10 in a row. And Leighton Yost trying to break the string with 1 on the ground to the left. Nasty hop, but the third baseman plays it. Long stretch at first. He got him, says the umpire. Close play. Boy, that was a nasty hop, first of all, for the third baseman, but he was able to corral it, and a long throw across, and a nice stretch by the first baseman, and Leighton is down. And here's Graham Gustafson. And 2 ground ball outs for Leighton to short both times. And now Graham Gustafson, who had a grounder to the pitcher who threw him out at first. His first time up. And Gustafson was 0 for 4 in the Casson game. Scored a run because he walked once. And made it around. He also had an RBI because he walked with the bases loaded. It's 1-1 to Graham. Playing third base here tonight. And he grounds it to third again. Third baseman getting a workout here. And he easily gets that out. And another 1-2-3 inning. Wow. 4 1-2-3s in a row. And it is 1-0 after 4 here at AlbertLeeLive.com.
Mr. Sandless in Albert Lea refinishes any kind of floors without sanding. Guaranteed adhesion, guaranteed satisfaction, best warranty in the business. Outdoors, they'll refinish decks, fences, furniture, concrete, and more. Any type of floor indoors like tile, slate, laminates, concrete, asphalt, ceramic, and more. Call local Mr. Sandless, Troy Irvine at 507-391-9100 or check him out online, mrsandless.com.
Yeah, thanks to all of our sponsors, Mr. Sandless, Troy Irvine, and GT Window and Door, Gutters by GT, Service Master by Ayat, Cento. Good eats and drinks there as well, and more to come. I would direct you to either our website to inquire about getting on as an advertiser, or just call me at 507-402-1600. And I'll get back to you about all the ins and outs and wherefores and how-tos of being on with us. And almost, I think we're going to be close to 200 broadcasts or streams in our first year. We started in August with soccer last year and volleyball and football, and that's coming up here in August 21st for girls soccer, the first game. Still have some baseball here with the VFW Post 447 and American Legion Post 56. 54. I'm confused because both Red Wing and Albert Lea are close in number as far as the Legions, but let me just look here and see. Yeah, we're 56. They're 54. And here is the first batter here in the fifth. It's foul ball to the left by Noah Riggleman, and strike one. 1-0 Red Wing. Top of 5. Riggleman, the second baseman, led. He had a pop out to second and a fly ball to center. He's 0 for 2. That one goes through the catcher, and a ball, 1-1. Preston definitely has thrown a lot of pitches. And I'm not exactly sure. I know it's been, what was it, Friday when they had this? Thursday when they played Cassie? One of those days anyway. So apparently he had enough rest between starts. They were going to have Hayden Christensen start the game, but he and others couldn't make it. They only have 4 bench players, and Red Wing only has 3. So both teams struggling for the numbers here. 1-2 is the count now to Riggleman. And that one bounces in, so it's 2-2. Casey couldn't even come up with that one. It went all the way to the backstop. And the rain has really died down. If it is raining, it's very light drizzle. Sprinkle. As Smith looks in. 2-2 pitch is, just misses. And another full count. Juju Kohler on deck. He doubled and scored the only run of the game. His last time up. And he's going to get another chance here with a walk to Riggleman. Of course, he was the leadoff batter anyway. Kohler would have gotten another chance, but that is the third walk given up by Preston. Kohler reached on an error and doubled and scored a run. Smith delivering, and that's blasted to right, but drifting foul and out of play. Strike one to Kohler. And I'm trying to find, I'm just looking at the top of the dugout and other places where I know I can see it when it's raining, but I don't see it. I might have stopped. This is, again, foul, chasing out there, but not being able to catch up to it is the right fielder, Steeler. So it's strike 2. 0-2 to Juju. J-U-J-U. That's the way it's spelled on the scorecard. I smell popcorn. Makes me hungry. They do all this nice cooking down below us, and it wafts up here, no problem. Burgers and all kinds of stuff. If you're in the neighborhood, stop on by Hyde Park. That is a called strike 3. And the first out for the Tiger D here in the 5th. Third strikeout for Preston. Calvin Nelson now up. He singled his last time up, but that was the RBI, the only run of the game. He also popped out to short his first time up. Preston starts him out with one over his head, ball 1. Still at first is Riggleman after the leadoff walk. And that is called strike 1. 1-1. The rain has gotten progressively lighter through the game. It was coming down pretty good there, the first 2 innings for sure, and then just started easing off. And we might actually cruise through this last few innings here, hopefully. This is hit not hard, and coming in is Westing. Oh, did he make the catch? He did. He dove for that one. Oh, my gosh, Andrew, watch out for those shoulders. When you make dives like that, that was a beautiful catch. Second one he's made here today like that. And 2 down. runner at first. Trace Taylor coming up. He doubled and struck out. Whew. It's a long run, and then you jump and you have your arms out in front of you. That's how you separate shoulders, but he did not. He looks good and is ready to go again. That is a ball to Taylor. Batting lefty for the second time. He started out with a right-handed at bat. And then thought, I don't like that. I'm going to try lefty. And he struck out last time lefty, and now a 1-1 count. He swung and missed there, and they put a 2-0 on the scoreboard. I think it's 1-1. Yeah, they changed the scoreboard. 1-1. 2 down. And a fly ball. It's third base. And grabbing it over there is Goskeson for the third out on a pop to third. So, no runs. They do strand another runner. It's a 1-0 Red Wing lead, and Albert Lea looking for their first hit as we head to the bottom of the fifth here on AlbertLeaLive.com.
I've got a suggestion for a place to eat that has culinary masterpieces. Cento in downtown Albert Lea. Wood-fired pizzas, fresh salads, rich pastas, and indulgent desserts. They all come together for a meal everyone will love. And if you're craving something sweet, they just added gelato. The cafe up front is open until 3 daily. Cento offers weekly specials. They've got a full catering service for you. Dine in or carry out at Cento. Open Monday through Saturday at 201 South Broadway Avenue, downtown Albert Lea.
Yeah, Cento, appreciate them being on. Place is hopping. I used to live downtown. I moved in January to Spartan Avenue, but I lived above the smoke place there on a tobacco, and Cento opened right around that time. It was hard to find a parking spot downtown. So I know they're very popular. And you can, nice outside eating there with the tables and stuff. And they cater the place next door, the events on Broadway as well. So it's a nice little corner of town if you got an event going on or just want to check out their coffees and espressos and food, drinks. That's a flaw. Oh, geez. I thought he was going to overthrow the last throw down to second there, but it was on the mark for the most part. Here come the Tigers looking for their first hit of the game in the bottom of the fifth, trailing only 1-0. So, chance to get back into this. Easton Shuey leading off here, the cleanup hitter, batting first in the fourth. He batted first his first time up and flew out to center. He was 1 for 4 in the Casson game, so 1 for 5 now on the season. He swings through that one. Strike one. Good cut. Put the bat on that one, Easton. It would go a ways. There's a big gap between left field and center field. Center field are playing over to the right. That is fouled off to the left side and out of play. 0-2 to Easton. When he gets a gapper to the left there, he's going to easily have a double. This one's on the ground to second, though, and he will beat it out. He had the speed down the baseline, and it took forever to get through the wet grass to the second baseman. He didn't charge it hard enough, and Easton's on with an infield single. First hit of the game for the Albert Lea Legion 56. And that'll bring up Preston Smith, who flew out to right his first time up. It's just the second time through the order here as Albert Lea's gone 1, 2, 3 in the first 4 innings. Finally got a hit here to lead off the fifth. And the tying run is Easton Shuey at first. Go-ahead run at the plate in Preston Smith. Here's the pitch to him. He turns to bunt, and it's fouled down the first baseline. Strike one. Westing on deck for Albert Lea. Well, they could have easily just called this game and said, hey, Red Wings, turn around and go home. It's going to rain. and it did, but no lightning, and now it's not raining, and it looks like we'll get this game in all the way to the 7th, maybe beyond. Still only 1-0 here. Throw over to first and back in safely is Shuey. Still 0-1 to Smith. He squares the bunt. That's foul again down the first base side. So 0-2, and he'll be swinging away here. Straight away the outfield this time. Center fielder back kind of playing pretty straight with second base and home plate. Infield. Well, first base is holding on with Shuey at first. Second and short are deep, but third is up grass level. And it's high, and the runner goes way over the head and not able to go anywhere Easton, but he did get the steal of second. So runner in scoring position now with nobody out. And a ball, so 1-2. That was the one I saw in my mind when he was throwing down to down to second after the warm-up tosses. That wasn't over the head, but the one in the game was. I just saw it early. 2-2 now. As that one missed, and Runquist asking for a dry baseball. And the umpire says, I'll just dry it with my shirt. Here, you can have it back. I don't know. Did you replace it? He's rubbing up the one he got, I guess, and putting it back in his bag of tricks there. 2-2, nobody out, runner at second. Albert Lea trying to tie things up, and now they do have Shuey in a rundown between second and third. And they'll tag him there. The second baseman gets him, and second base running error by Albert Lea. And that keeps the 1-2-3 inning in shape here with one out. 2-2 to Smith. First hit of the game and got him to second, and then he took off too early. As the pitcher, Runquist, must have been taking his time. Shuey thought he was going home with it, but still had it in his hand, and they were able to run him down, and now 3-2 to Smith. Time's running out here. We got to get some, at least one run going here, and they do walk Preston on a 3-2 pitch. It's first walk given up by Runquist. And we could have first and second with nobody out, but it's Andrew Westing up with a runner at first and one out. He struck out his first time up, did Andrew? This one's lifted right side. Shallow right. Coming in, a long way to run, but he got it. And scrambling back to first is Smith. 2 down. Westing 0 for 2. And Steeler is up. Ethan struck out but reached first when he got away from the catcher, and they could not throw him out. But he was eliminated on a caught stealing. Fourth batter of the inning for the first time in the game for Albert Lea. And we got a pinch runner or pinch batter here. Cohen Drescher will bat for Ethan Steeler. Drescher did not play in the Casson game. So his first at bat as a Legion player this year, and ball 1 to him. Runner at first is the tying run, if we can somehow work him around here. That bounces, but nice play by the catcher to keep it in front of him. 2-0. As the wet and dirty ball is plaguing both pitchers. Not a whole lot of walks, though. 1 for Runquist, and Preston's walked 3. More than usual for Preston, but you can understand with the conditions. And that one is going to be low, 3-0. Drescher, first at bat. He'll be watching this one come by. Prove you can hit the zone, he says. And Owen spins and throws to first, not in time, as Smith is back in there. And just with those three throws over to first, Preston probably has the dirtiest uniform on the field now. And that is, they're going to call a strike. 3-1 as Drescher had thrown the bat and started his way to first. This umpire's not real loud on his calls, but he did signal right away, 3-1. And that is ball 4. So 2 walks in the inning. And first and second, we could have bases loaded if Shuey hadn't been caught trying to steal there. With Casey Olvey due up, he popped out to third his first time up. Right-handed hitting catcher. His first action of the Legion season today. 0 for 1. He's caught a good game, though. That's a strike called. And 0-1. 2 down. First and second for the Tigers. Go-ahead run is on first. Somehow need a base hit here. That's strike 2, though, to Olvey. 0-2. Should he reach, Brody Rassler is due up the 9-hitter next. The 0-2, though, is called strike 3. And the threat is over. They do get their first hit and 2 walks in the inning, but for naught. As, they batted 5, so the first time they got over 3 batters in an inning. But still trail 1-0 here through 5 on AlbertLeeLive.com.
Mr. Sandless in Albert Lea refinishes any kind of floors without sanding. Guaranteed adhesion, guaranteed satisfaction, best warranty in the business. Outdoors, they'll refinish decks, fences, furniture, concrete, and more. Any type of floor indoors like tile, slate, laminates, concrete, asphalt, ceramic, and more. Call local Mr. Sandless, Troy Irvine at 507-391-9100 or check him out online, MrSandless.com.
All right, we go to the 6th, and it's a 1-0 game. 3 hits for Red Wing, 1 for Albert Lea. Tigers with 2 errors. And there were 3 possible errors, and I think me and the official scorer have one of them the same, and the other 2 we differed on. But we get the same result, 2 errors. Just that 1 run in the 3rd for Red Wing and goose eggs everywhere else. So let's see if we can get Preston Smith through the 6th here and started getting the bats livened up a little bit, or at least had some base runners with the 2 walks and a single last inning. A couple of base running blunders by Albert Lea has hurt their cause too, but, Red Wings had a lot of runners on base. 4 hits, 3 walks. They had a caught stealing, so nobody's really running the bases great for either squad. And we are getting to the end of the warm-ups here. Did they make some defensive changes? I think that's what Anderson was saying to the opposing coach. I see Goskison still at 3rd. Yost is out at 2nd there, and Cooper Kermis at 1st. Still, is this 20 catching, or did they put... Griffin Richards is in catching for Casey Olvey. I don't know if they made it. I can't see the outfielders' numbers, so hard to say, but... It was Westing in center, Steeler in right, and Shuey in left. But we'll have to see if that is still the same. Yost still at short, and Rassler at 2nd, I believe. So if there are any other changes, it'll be in the outfield, and we'll find out here as we get going. And first pitch in the 6th is fouled to the left and out of play. Strike one to Johnny Speltz. He singled, was thrown out at second, and then grounded out to short his first time up. 1 for 2. I knew I'd get it sooner or later. 1 for 2 as he lifts this one to the left as well. It's drifting foul, but making a play right on the line in foul territory is the left fielder. Is it number 12? No, it is number, what is that number? Is that? Can you see? I don't know. I can't see the number out there. Oh, it is 12. Shuey is out still in left. So a nice play by him. I know Logan Davis was a bench player, number 2. I don't know if they put him in yet, but he plays a lot of shortstop and pitches. But I don't think he's been in yet. As there's one away here for Zach Royalty. He was he walked in the 2nd and then reached on a fielder's choice, and that hits him, so he's on with a hit by pitch. First one of those for Preston Smith, or for either pitcher, which is kind of a surprise with all the wet baseballs out there. 1 out, 1 on for Wesley Christensen. Wesley reached on a fielder's choice and then flew out to center. One out, 1 on, 1-0. Red Wing as Smith delivers outside, ball 1. So far, Preston Smith has thrown every pitch of this Legion season for Albert Lea, which sounds odd with pitching limits and things, but it was long enough ago, the win over Casson. Complete game. Now in his 6th inning here, 5 1/3, technically. As it's a 1-1 count after the foul ball by Christensen. Preston checks the runner and delivers a swing and a miss. 1-2. Smith with 3 Ks on the day. He had 7 last week, so we'll see if he can get a little closer to that number. Got to have the teammates come through for him, too, with this 1 hit through 5 innings. For the Albert Lea O. That's a flare caught by the shortstop. They throw back to try and double up the runner, but throw is up the line a little bit. But the liner to short is the 2nd out, and back to first safely is Royalty. Cade Shelstead, who walked and flew out to right. He's up now with a runner on first and 2 down. Top of the 6th of a 1-0 Red Wing lead. And the pitch by Preston, a strike called. I think it's supposed to rain again overnight and into tomorrow morning. But last time I checked, tomorrow night, our game time is 5 o'clock with the VFW Post 447 team. And we should be good to go. At least it was that way the last time I looked, which was a long time ago. But if I move it ahead to tomorrow at 5, 50% chance of rain at 4 and 5, and then it dips down after that. So we might be able to get that game in tomorrow, too. It feels cooler here. All of a sudden, that gets away from Griffin, and down to 2nd is safely Royalty. They laid out the red carpet for Royalty, and he took it. 2-1 to Shelstead with a runner in scoring position and 2 down. Richards gave it a try, but it scooted just far enough away from him to allow Royalty to make it to 2nd. Strike called, 2-2. Smith hasn't been a smooth game for him, but he's only down 1-0. And he's only given up 3 hits. So it's been a good game. Just a little uneven. There's another flare, and a one-hopper nicely played at first. The throw to Smith covering is in time for the 3rd out of this 6th inning for Red Wing. And a nice play there by Ressler at second. Make it third out, so it's just a 1-0 lead still. Tigers down to their last 6 outs. We'll come back for their at-bats in the 6th on AlbertlyLive.com.
Hi, this is Adam, your local business owner at GT Window and Door right here in Albert Lee. Start the new year with a fresh look for your home. At GT Window and Door, we specialize in high-quality windows and door replacements that enhance comfort, style, and energy efficiency. With financing options available, including interest-free plans for up to 18 months, it's never been easier to upgrade your home. Visit us online at gtwindowanddoor.com to schedule your free estimate today. Let's make 2025 the year you fall in love with your home all over again.
You have a brand new house. The construction has left a giant mess of dust and dirt. Call Service Master by Ayat today. 877-945-0993.
The man, the yellow van. Call Service Master.
So, I said it was Ressler on the grounder. That was actually Kermis, the first baseman, to Smith, the pitcher, covering first. So a 3-1 put out to end the 6th. And here we go to the bottom of the 6th. Tigers down 1-0. Only one hit in the game, and they'll start it out with Drew Ovey pinch hitting for Brody Ressler. And Drew did not play in the opener against Casson either, the 15-5 win. Getting his first action here, and see if he can start us out and get a roll going here. Only down 1-0. 6 outs to go for Albert Lee, and they had late inning heroics in Casson. Well, they didn't do much. They stood there and watched the ball be pitched outside the zone with like 11 walks or something like that in that 7th inning. Or 11 runs on a bunch of walks. I may have got my numbers a little tangled up there, but it was a lot of walks, 14 in all for Casson pitching, which led to a lot of bases loaded runs with the walks. This is a base hit if it's fair, but it's foul. Well, he jumped on that first pitch. Drew Ovey sends it to the left, but just foul by a foot or so. Strike one. Straighten her out there, Drew. Solid swing there. And now Runquist delivers. The breaking pitch goes across, and a called strike 2. I guess it's supposed to be close to 90 later this week. It's a humid day tonight, or night tonight, with the rain and everything, but it did feel a little cooler here just in the last half inning or so. 1-2 now to Drew. Swings through that one. And a promising start to the at-bat ends up with the 5th strikeout for Runquist. 1 down here in the 6th, and the top of the order, Cooper Kermis. Flew out to left and struck out. He's over 2. He's due. 2 hits in that Casson game. Inside, he jumps out of the way. So ball 1 to Cooper with 1 out. Nobody on. He is the tying run. He can work his way around there. It's in the air. Center fielder comes in and makes the catch. 2 up, 2 down in the 6th. And that leaves it up to Leighton Yost. 2 ground balls to the left side of the infield. 1 to the third baseman, 1 to the shortstop for Leighton today. Strike 1 here, and it's 0-1. 3 innings for Runquist and his defense. And then they had 5 batters last inning, but trying to make it back to 1-2-3 here with 2 outs and nobody on. And a 1-1 count to Leighton. That's on that outside corner, says the ump, and it's 1-2. That's a ground ball to second, slow roller, and had to reach for it, but they got it. on the 4-3 putout for another 1-2-3 inning, and the Red Wing D has shined here today, giving up just one hit so far as we head to the 7th. 1-0 Red Wing on AlbertLeeLive.com.
Stay up to date on Tiger activities by following Albert Lee Live on social media. See what's on tap for the week and check out daily game day graphics to always know what's happening. You'll also get fast updates of game postponements and cancellations. Like and share our posts to keep others updated, and leave a comment with any questions for quick answers. Follow us at Albert Lee Live on Facebook, Instagram, and X, and catch all the action on AlbertLeeLive.com.
You have a brand new house. The construction has left a giant mess of dust and dirt. Call Service Master by Ayat today. 877-945-0993.
The man, the yellow van, call Service Master.
As we head to the 7th, 1-0 Red Wing, and they're top of the order coming up against Preston Smith here. Owen Rundquist, Noah Regelman, and Juju Kohler. You know, we only have one hit, but they only have 3. So it hasn't been a hit fest for anybody. Preston's walked 3. Owen Rundquist walked 2. Preston also hit a batter. But both defenses have made some really good plays, especially Andrew Westing out in center. He's made a couple of gem catches. And the bats have not really done much for either squad. Although Red Wings left a lot more batters stranded than Albert Lee. That was a strike from Richards, the catcher, on that throw down there to wrap up the warm-up tosses. And here comes Rundquist. He's struck out, grounded out to third, and reached on an error. As they try and add an insurance run here in the 7th. Rain pretty much ended last inning, if not a little before. That's outside 1-0. Smith deals, and it's low, 2-0. Two balls, no strikes. Smith fires. That's fouled. First base side out of play. I haven't heard the dog. Did you remember hearing the dog bark at all? Usually he comes out a couple, 3 times during a game and lets everybody know that he's not happy about it. 2-1. And that is a flare that's going to drop for a base hit. And a leadoff single for Rundquist. Brings up Noah Regelman, who walked, flew out to center, and popped out to second. 0 for 2 with a walk. It's the 5th hit for Red Wing. As Smith checks the runner and deals, and it's high, ball 1 to Noah. Number 4, who plays position 4, second base. And a bunt as Smith jumps on it and gets the ball over there. Did he keep his foot on there? Yes, says the umpire. As Kermis able to complete that transaction, and there's one out. Advancing to second is Rundquist. And a 1-3 putout. Brings up Juju Kohler. Reached on an error in the first, doubled, and scored the only run of the game in the third. And then he struck out his last time up. Another runner in scoring position for the Wingers. They've had that quite a few times. They had a guy thrown out at the plate as well, tagged out early in the game. That is right back to Preston, and another 1-3 putout. 2 down, but on his way to third is Rundquist now with 2 down in the 7th. And this Calvin Nelson, a pop out to short, a single. He had the RBI that knocked in Kohler with the game's only run, and then flew out to center field. To center, and Westing runs in and grabs it. He's had a great game in center field. And he's misjudged it a couple times, but come back to make the catch on that. So that's a talent right there in its own right. As Andrews looking good out in center. And I think it's Kermis. No, Kermis plays in right a lot of times. He's playing first today. It's a lot of people in different spots than we're used to. But down to the last 3 outs here to try and tie it and send it to extra innings or walk off here. Tigers coming up with Goskeson, Shuey, and Smith due to bat on AlbertLeeLive.com.
Mr. Sandless in Albert Lea refinishes any kind of floors without sanding. Guaranteed adhesion, guaranteed satisfaction, best warranty in the business. Outdoors, they'll refinish decks, fences, furniture, concrete, and more. Any type of floor indoors like tile, slate, laminates, concrete, asphalt, ceramic, and more. Call local Mr. Sandless, Troy Irvine at 507-391-9100 or check them out online, MrSandless.com.
As we head to the bottom of the 7th here, last 3 outs for Albert Lea. Down 1-0. But they have the 3-4-5 hitters coming up here. And Graham Goskeson, 2 ground outs, 1 to the pitcher, 1 to third. Starting it out here. The only hit for Albert Lea was Easton Shuey. He's up second in this inning. Singled, stole second, and then was thrown out trying to steal third. Ended up 2 walks after that, which would have loaded the bases, and they still wouldn't have scored, though, because it was a strikeout to end the inning. And striding to the plate, Graham, third baseman tonight. He went 0 for 4 with an RBI and a run scored in the Casson game. And he is 0 for 2 here. So he's due. Ooh, big swing, but just got a piece of it. Strike 1. It goes backwards. Both pitchers going the distance so far. Runquist really having a good day. 1 hit. No runs. 5 strikeouts. 2 walks. 5 fly balls. 5 ground outs. And 5 strikeouts. Couple of caught stealings. It's 1-1 now to Graham. And that's a strike call. 1-2. Yeah. The Red Wing team gone all the way to, I think, second place in the section, or did they go to state? I'd have to look that up. I think they got beat in the section finals. And Albert Lea almost got to the finals where they had the lead in the 7th. And then Mankato West walked them off in the bottom of the 7th to eliminate the Tigers from the consolation final. A win there, and they would have had to beat East twice to get to state, but that would have been a tough order. But East went on to finish second, I believe, at state. 2-2 after the foul ball. But a really good run there through the sections for these guys. And they're playing well here. I mean, defensively and everything. Only 3 hits, 1 run. In the rain here that has abided here in the last 3 innings or so. Now a full count to leadoff batter, Graham Goskeson. He's the tying run. Got to get him on here. And the pitch is outside. Ooh, he swung on it and fouled it. He stung that one, and it bounced 2 feet to the right of first base. And we'll do 3-2 again. Just trying to see who's on. It's Shuey is on deck. Due next. He with the single. Single last time up, I mentioned. And the 3-2 again is fouled third base side this time. Goskeson looking for his first hit of the Legion season. 0 for 6. Has a walk and a strikeout. 2 groundouts today is all. But looking for that hit. And we'll all forgive him if he gets it. And this is to center, but it's hanging up there and long enough for the guy to make the catch, and it's 1 up, 1 down. Another fly ball out for the Tigers, and they're down to their last 2 outs with Shuey, the only hit in the game, and he is up. He singled last time up in the 5th, stole second, and then, like I said, got picked off by the pitcher as Shuey thought he was going home with it, and he had held on a little longer, so he took off trying to steal third and paid the price as he got caught in a rundown. The first pitch to him here is a ball. He's the tying run with 1 out. Preston Smith due up next. And a swing and a miss. 1-1. Shuey 1 for 4 in that first game with 2 runs scored. And let's have him go by 2-1. And that one's Williams, so that actually hit him. First hit by pitch for Runquist, and he puts the tying run on with 1 out, and Preston Smith's up. He walked his last time up and flew out to right in his other at-bat. He can help his own cause here with a base hit. And maybe if Shuey, I don't know if he didn't hurt himself. It looked like it hit him in the leg, and he looked fine. He ran down to first. If he can get around to third on a base hit here, he'd be in business. Well, they throw over, and he's back safely. This is pounded into the ground and played in fair territory by the third baseman, and it goes over the head of the first baseman. On his way to third is Shuey, and he's rounding, trying to tie the game. The throw comes in, and he's safe. That's an E5 that allowed Smith to reach, and he goes to second on the throw home, but Shuey scores the tying run, and it's 1-1 here in the 7th. Now a base hit, and they can walk him off because there's a runner at second with 1 out, and Andrew Westing is up. And Andrew, a masterful center field today, but he's over 2 at the plate here with a strikeout and a fly to right. And Westing in that opener had 2 hits, 2 for 3, with 2 runs scored and 2 RBIs. So let's get back to that, Andrew. As a throw to second, and back in safely is Preston. No RBI there with the error on the third baseman on his throw. But it tied it up anyway, and this is a pop-up behind home, and the catcher grabs it. Westing is disgusted with himself. But, hey, I'll just say, the way he's played center field, I'll give him a break. He's really been sterling out there in center today. But that's 2 down, and it's up to Steeler. No, Cohen Drescher, who pinch hit for him in the 5th and walked. It's up to him. Base hit. You could walk him off. It's a 2 down. It's a strike called there. Is it 0-2? Did they? Yeah, it's 0-2. And the pitch is out of play to the right. And we'll do it again. Well, at least we tied him. We can go to extra innings if we can't get a hit here. But, boy, it would be great to see him walk off with a win here. And with Cohen Drescher at the plate. Shuey out there running? No, it's Preston Smith out there running. Shuey was the run score to tie it. And now the scoreboard says 0-2, but I think it's 1-2. And that's low. And I believe 2-2. I'll keep my my count here. It says 1-2 on the scoreboard, but on the field scoreboard, and that's out of the zone. It's a full count. I was right, and the count there, and that is a walk. It doesn't matter much because the winning run is at second, Preston Smith, and it's going to bring up catcher Griffin Richards. See, did he bat? No, yeah, he batted. He struck out. It is only a bat. Or was that Olvey? I didn't make a notation of who that at bat was, but he came in and replaced him in the fifth as catcher. So they throw to second. Back in safely is Preston. He's the winning run at second, a base hit. Could be a play at the plate, but it could be a walk-off. It could be extra innings. Let's see what goes here. First pitch to Richards is in the air to first, and the play is made. And we do go to extra innings, but we did punch across that one run, left a couple stranded, and we go to the eighth. Good thing it's not still raining here on AlbertLeeLive.com.
I've got a suggestion for a place to eat that has culinary masterpieces. Cento in downtown Albert Lea. Wood-fired pizzas, fresh salads, rich pastas, and indulgent desserts. They all come together for a meal everyone will love. And if you're craving something sweet, they just added gelato. The cafe up front is open until 3 daily. Cento offers weekly specials. They've got a full catering service for you. Dine in or carry out at Cento. Open Monday through Saturday at 201 South Broadway Avenue, downtown Albert Lea.
I have a pitching change for Albert Lea, and it is Ethan Steeler on the hill. As Preston Smith went 7 innings and gave up 1 run on 5 hits, struck out 3, walked 3, hit 1, 7 fly ball outs, and 4 or 5 ground ball outs, but Ethan Steeler taking over now. And he's been playing the whole game. Had him over at right field. Cohen Drescher batted for him, and now he's in pitching. Trying to finish off the wingers here as we're into extra innings, tied at 1. Just 4 hits in this game. 3 for Red Wing. And 1 for Albert Lea. Now, back in that 7th inning, they had the hit by pitch, and he ended up scoring, Easton Shuey, on an error. So they didn't get a hit, but they got their tying run in that 7th inning. 1 hit for Albert Lea, 1 run, 2 errors. 1 error on Red Wing. That was that throwing error in the 7th that allowed Shuey to score, and they have 3 hits with their 1 run, which they scored in the 3rd. And now Steeler with Griffin Richards, his catcher. Going to have some last-minute words here as we go to the 8th inning, and it's Trace Taylor, who doubled, struck out, and popped out to 3rd in his 3 at-bats today. Then Johnny Speltz and Zach Royalty due up. They are the 5, 6, 7 hitters in the Wingers lineup. Taylor, he doubled as a right-handed batter, and then he switched to go lefty. It struck out and popped out, and he's still batting lefty against the right-handers. I don't know. Doesn't make sense to me. If you doubled as a right-handed batter, wouldn't you keep that going? As first pitch to him is up high. So ball 1. No rain now, and if it is, it's just a really light mist that you can't even see. No wind either. And the 8th inning starts with a base hit opposite field for Taylor. His 2nd hit of the game. And that'll bring up Johnny Speltz. Does that sound like a mob figure? Johnny Speltz. I'm not suggesting he is. I just think it's it's the Sopranos kind of name. Johnny. You have something going on here. Change of some sort. Oh, they're just switching out the baseball. And they got a pinch runner coming in too, and that is What's his number? 93. What? I don't have a 90. What is it? 97. I don't have that. I have a 10, a 32, and a 7. Maybe that's Håkan Ellingson. He's got a 7 anyway on his jersey. We'll call him Håkan Ellingson. That's Hocken, first name. It's kind of unusual, but yeah, it's 97. Maybe I just misread it. You got the yellow slip of paper over there? Is it underneath that? Yeah, give me that. Yeah, they just have it as number 7, but I'm going to call him Håkan Ellingson at first. And nobody out here with a 1-1 count to Spelt. Six hits now for Red Wing. They still have 4 on the scoreboard, but they lost track. That's going to drop in front of the left fielder, and he tried to throw him out at second and overshot the bag, but right there, nice play by Cooper Kermis to back up second base. And not a lot of first basemen are going to do that, but he was paying attention and saw what was happening and backed that up. Otherwise, they might have scored because that thing would have rolled to the fence, and at least would have had second and third. But as it is, it's first and second after back-to-back singles to start the 8th for Red Wing, and Zach Royalty's up. He walked, reached on a fielder's choice, and was hit by a pitch. As Kermis comes up as if to cover the bunt here from first, and he rounded the bunt, but it got away, and now they advance to second and third. 2 in scoring position for Red Wing here. There's the dog. 1-0 to Zach Royalty with nobody out. And Steeler has been greeted rudely here by the Wingers with back-to-back singles. Checks the runners. The 1-0 is fouled out of play. Backwards, 1-1. Watching radar, it's still raining south of here. And in fact, it shows that it's raining in Albert Lea, but if it is, it's very light. And it's not supposed to really stop till about 10 or 11. So we dodged a bullet anyway, because it was looking nasty on radar. And did rain real hard to the south and southwest of here. Mason City to Esterville, basically, along the border there. But 2-1 now to Royalty. With 2 on and nobody out here in the 8th of a 1-1 game. Albert Lea, American Legion, post 56, trying to outduel American Legion post 54 from Red Wing. This is in the air to left. Long run over the head of the left fielder and all the way to the fence. It's going to score both runs. And it's a 2-run double for Red Wing. Single, double to start the 8th. And they have a 2-run lead. Nobody out. And Wesley Christensen is up. He reached on a fielder's choice, flew out to center, and lined out to short. He's the 8 hitter in the lineup. Still nobody out here. Runner at second and 2 runs in. Makes the Albert Lea job tougher in the bottom of the 8th. But they at least have the 9-1-2 hitters coming up, so hopefully should be able to do something. Or they don't have a lot of pinch hitting options, as they've already used a couple of players. They only had 4 on the bench to begin with, did Albert Lea. And that gets away, but they're going to get a chance at the runner at third. Oh, they say he was safe. And the play from Graham Goskeson at third from Griffin Richards, the catcher. That looked like a good throw down there, and it looked like they had plenty of time. It was on the outside part of the bag, so Goskeson had to grab it and then pivot around, and maybe that gave him enough time to get down to third there. So a stolen base puts another runner at third. Still nobody out. And that's a 3-0 count now to Christensen. Ethan deals. It's high. He walked him in 4 straight pitches. Runners now at the corners and nobody out. Single, double, and a walk. 2 runs have scored, and here's the 9 hitter. Actually, it's going to be Håkan Ellingson. So that wasn't 97 is some guy they found off the street because they didn't even put him on the lineup card as a backup player or anything. But this is number 7, Håkan Ellingson. Pinch hitting for Cade Shellstead. And the runner goes to second. No, that's defensive indifference. Makes it second and third. Still nobody out here in the 8th. Shellstead flew out to right, walked, and was out first to pitcher. Replaced here by a clean uniformed Håkan Ellingson. As nobody else has sparkling white pants out there. 1-1 to Håkan. Takes his time. No time clock here in American Legion baseball. This is lifted in the air to center. Looks like Westing has a beat on that one, and he makes the grab. That's the first out, and a nice strong throw prevents the tags from third and second. Again, Westing, beautiful center field action tonight. Several great plays out there. Well, that's one down. And top of the order, Owen Rundquist. Grounded to third, reached on an error, struck out, and singled. One down, runners at second and third. Here in the top of the 8th, a strike is called. Steeler has some work to do here. He needs to get a strikeout, it's what he needs. That would help a lot. If it's on the ground, you almost have to throw it home and try and tag him out. Whew, that one looked like it was headed right at him, but it broke at the last second. It did not get across the... Well, maybe it did. It's 0-2, says on the scoreboard. Well, we'll go with that, 0-2. I thought it was inside too much. And an 0-2 pitch. It's low, 1-2. No, they're switching things around. 2-1. I thought that was weird. 2-1, 1 out, 2 on here in scoring position for the Wingers, who already scored 2 in this inning. Trying to blow it open here. Up high, 3-1. Riggleman on deck. Here's a 3-1. Fouled, out of play, first base side. Kermis gave it a chase, but couldn't catch up to it. And it's 3-2. As Steeler switches baseballs, and he's ready to go here with a 3-2 count. Needs to get the K here, and he does. Whew, that was a big one. 2 down. His first strikeout. Brings up Noah Riggleman with 2 down now in second and third. If we can hold him to the 2-run here in the 8th, maybe we can work 2 and continue the game. This is... Be just our luck, we'll go to 12 innings and get rained out later. As Steeler delivers, and Riggleman right to second. Should be an easy out at first, and it is. So they score 2, but leave 2. And now it's up to the Albert Lee Bats to try and extend the game again. They need to get at least 2, 3 to walk them off as we head to the bottom of the 8th on AlbertLeeLive.com.
Hi, this is Adam, your local business owner at GT Window and Door right here in Albert Lee. Start the new year with a fresh look for your home. At GT Window and Door, we specialize in high-quality windows and door replacements that enhance comfort, style, and energy efficiency. With financing options available, including interest-free plans for up to 18 months, it's never been easier to upgrade your home. Visit us online at gtwindowanddoor.com to schedule your free estimate today. Let's make 2025 the year you fall in love with your home all over again.
You have a brand new house. The construction has left a giant mess of dust and dirt. Call Service Master by Hyatt today. 877-945-0993.
The man, the yellow van, call Service Master.
And a lefty hits the mound for Red Wing here in the bottom of the 8th. It is Ethan Paradis. 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 Paradis? Paradis. Either way, he's the pitcher. Trying to shut down the Tigers here in the bottom of the 8th. And Red Wing with a 2-run lead here, 3-1. Albert Lee will be starting out with Drew Olvey. Struck out his only at bat, sixth, but he had the first pitch to him, he strung it out to left and just fouled. If that would have been just a couple feet to the right, he would have had his first hit of the year and ended up striking out. But he'll lead off. He's the 9-hitter, and then it's Cooper Kermis and Leighton Yost due up at the top of the order for Albert Lee, trying to get 2 here, or it's over. 3 and they win. And Ethan Paradis taking his warm-up tosses. The lefty. Give him a different look. He says he's good. We'll make him throw one more, and we'll get this bottom of the 8th going here. Oh, I thought he was done, but maybe he'll go again. I guess, you're in the game. You're brand new. You take as many tosses as you need. That was the final one. And a misfire down to second. Let's hope that's a omen of stuff to come here. We need 2 to extend the game to the 9th. 3 to walk him off. And Drew Olvey steps in. Took over for Rassler in the 6th. Ready to go, and Ethan to Drew, and it's foul territory. Everybody gives chase, but they can't get it. Strike 1. Base runners, that's what we need, base runners. Just keep getting on base. Whatever it takes, by walk, by single, by whatever. Even earlier, we had a strikeout, but he was safe. That was Steeler, in fact, the current pitcher for Albert Lee. And this is fouled to the left side. 0-2 to Olvey. He's had some good swings, but has not put one in play yet. Oh-2, leading off the 8th, needing 2 runs here to extend this game. Here's the pitch from the lefty, and he gets under that one, a hold of that one, and it's going to hang up, though. Long enough for a left fielder to grab it. 1 up, 1 down. That's 8 fly ball outs for the Albert Lee Legion post 56. Top of the order, and Cooper Kermis. He flew out to left, struck out, and flew out to center. 0 for 3 day going. Coop, come on now. He was 2 for 5 in that opening game, so he can get it done here. Strike is called here. It's kind of funny because it bounced away from the catcher. It almost looked like it bounced off of the plate, but he called it a strike. And Cooper didn't argue, and it's 0-1. Here's the pitch from Paradis. Strike 2 called. Now Cooper has to guard the plate, swing at anything close. Down to their last 2 outs, trailing by 2. And he puts that one down at the third baseline, just foul. Just ahead of that one. So it's 0-2 again. Third baseman was over there. I'm not saying he would have made the play if it was fair, but he was there. It would have been a heck of a throw to get Cooper, who's got speed. So I think he would have been on had that been just a couple feet the other way. The 0-2 again from Ethan to Cooper, and he fouls that one straight back. Stays alive at 0-2. Tomorrow, it'll be a 5 o'clock game with Albert Lee VFW post 447. I forget who they're playing, but they'll be on the air just before 5 for the pregame. That's low, ball 1, 1-2 to Cooper. Well, that is a big spider going right up our fence. You probably should be able to see that. You can't on my camera. Yes, that one's out of the zone, 2-2. Here, switch cameras and we can catch, you can see. About right in the middle, he's moving up. He's only got about 2 more sections to go up to get out of our view. That's a great shot down the third baseline. Cooper straightened it out, finally got on. Turns big at, he probably could have made it because the left fielder misplayed it, but he had already put on the brakes. Ed Cooper, but he singles with 1 out to keep things alive here for Leighton Yost. And Leighton has grounded out to short, grounded out to third, grounded out to second. He's making his way around the infield here, but if he goes to first, he'll have a shot here, but it's opposite field. First baseman, of course, playing with Cooper Kermis over at the bag, so it's a wide open. And second baseman's all the way over to second, so it's wide open if he goes opposite field with a base hit. And that was wide of the catcher, and down to second scoots Cooper. He's in scoring position, but Leighton at the plate is the tying run. And there's 1 out. So that takes away the big gap over at first, and I don't know that it was going to go opposite anyway, but now everybody playing straight away. There's a big gap between center and right field, though, if he can get it over the second baseman's head. And on his way to third, while the pitcher still had the ball, Kervis in safely. That's a big steal. The pitcher had no idea. He was not paying attention, apparently. And Cooper saw that and just took off to third. They did throw, but not in time. And Cooper's at third now with 1 out. That's heads-up play. That's good coaching. Always be aware. It's good coaching and a good play. And, of course, Cooper's got the speed over there to carry that out. It looks like if I was out there, there's no way I'd make it. I'd still be running. He's a lefty, so he doesn't have a good view at second and third, and Cooper just took advantage of that. Nicely done. But he's just the first of the 2 runs we need to keep this game going here, and we have 1 out. That was out of the zone. 2-0 as Paredes is having his own problems with strikes and balls here. 2-0. That's outside. 3-0. Well, Yost, the tying run, you put him on first. And you got Goskeson up next. Still looking for his first hit of the year, so he's due. Could be the hero. As the 3-0, it says 2-0 on their scoreboard. It says 3-0 on ours. Here's the pitch. Strike called. 3-1. I was correct again. Wow. I don't think I've ever been this right in my life. So many times. course, we had extra innings, so it took extra innings for me to get a lot of right calls. That's out of play. 3-2. Full count, 1 out, runner at third. Bottom of the 8th, needing 2 to keep the game going, Albert Lee. American Legion post 56. And that's in the air to left. He makes the catch, tags up. Kermis will score. Still down 1, though, and now 2 outs. Cooper with some really great base running, and he makes it 3-2. And Yosti gets the RBI, but he makes the second out on the fly to left. And that leaves it up to Graham Gustafson. And Graham, like I said, he's 0 for 3 today. He was 0 for 4 on last weekend, Casson. So he is due. He's got the RBI and a run scored, though, because he was walked a couple of times. Or no, he was walked with the bases loaded and then scored later in the inning against Casson. But here, he's got to get it going. As we need him, he is the tying run at the plate with 2 down. Graham, 1-0 count. He's got a struggling lefty out there. Watches that one come in, and that's strike 1. 1-1. Had some heat on that one. Snap of the glove. 1-1 to Graham Gustafson with 2 down here in the bottom of the 8th. Nobody on. And a swing and a miss. 1-2. They're down to their last strike. Post 56. Against post 54 from Red Wing. It's been a really good game. Defensively, excellent game. Some bad base running, but then really good base running for Kermis. That's out of the zone, and it'll be 2-2. The 2-2 with 2 outs. And it's down the first baseline, fair. And it doesn't roll very far, but and then tripping on the bag was Gustafson. I don't know that he would have made it to second. He was going to try, but it's almost a good thing he didn't go because I think he might have been thrown out. They got to that ball pretty quick. It died fast in the wet grass out there down the first baseline, but he keeps it alive, does Graham Gustafson for Easton Shuey. Shuey going to go lefty here. He flew out to center, singled, stole a base, and was thrown out on the base path trying to get to third. And then he was hit by a pitch and scored last inning. There's a runner at first, and he is the winning run. Is Shuey at the plate. Tying run over at first. 2 down, though. Oh, over his head, and he had to duck out of the way to that one. Ball 1. Shuey with a hit in the Casson game. 2 runs scored. And a steal. And he's got a hit today. Ooh, he looked like he wanted to go for that, but it was a little too high and called ball 2. 2-0. Lefty against lefty here with 2 down in the bottom of the 8th. Needing at least 1 more run. And he got just a hair of that one and fouled it off. 2-1. It's a gap between first and second with first baseman playing on the bag with Gustafson over there, who gets his lead. So the lefty could park one over there and get another base hit. Oh, he got a piece of it, but strike 2. 2-2, 2 outs. Tying run at first. Winning run at the plate for the Tigers here in the bottom of the 8th. He gets it to second. It's rolling slow. Can he make it? No. They get him out at first. And the game is over. 1 run. Red Wing win here. 3-2 in 8. And a very entertaining game. We'll take our Service Master by Ayat break and clean things up for you and send you on your way here on a Tuesday night here from AlbertLeeLive.com.
Stay up to date on Tiger activities by following Albert Lee Live on social media. See what's on tap for the week and check out daily game day graphics to always know what's happening. You'll also get fast updates of game postponements and cancellations. Like and share our posts to keep others updated, and leave a comment with any questions for quick answers. Follow us at Albert Lee Live on Facebook, Instagram, and X, and catch all the action on AlbertLeeLive.com.
You have a brand new house. The construction has left a giant mess of dust and dirt. Call Service Master by Ayat today, 877-945-0993.
The man, the yellow van, call Service Master.
So to clean things up, a 3-2 8-inning affair here as Red Wing gets a win, and Albert Lee post 56 goes to 1-1 in Legion play. They'll play again on Thursday here at Highfield at 6:30. Tomorrow night, though, it is the VFW post 447 from Albert Lee taking on Byron. It's a 5 o'clock game tomorrow night. And right now it looks like they might get that in as far as the rain. Rain is supposed to end tonight around 11. But I thought it was supposed to kick in again overnight. But apparently that's changed as the chances get pretty slim there for a while. And then tomorrow afternoon it picks up around 4 and 5 o'clock. But we may be able to squeeze it in because after that it doesn't look too rainy. So we got this one in with rain at the beginning of the game, and that might happen tomorrow night, too. Field's in great condition here. Jay Anderson keeps that tip-top shape, of course. And, hey, they just couldn't get it done today. Came back nicely, though, and it was close all the way through. Andrew Weston, what a game in center field. He had several great plays out there. And then Cooper Kermis running the bases. Beautiful job. Kept him in it there with sneaky little steal of third behind the left-handed pitcher's back. I like that a lot. And there's a lot to be happy about with this Albert Lee team, even though they're 1-1 here early in Legion play. They don't have a whole lot of games to play yet to get to the end of the month, and they might try and add some. But this team went quite a ways in the section. So did Red Wing, and they bounced into Albert Lee with the rain and everything and a long trip. Of course, they don't take buses. They each drive separately or, a bunch in a car or whatever. But they made it a good trip, and they take a 3-2 8-inning win out of Hike Field. And again, we'll be on the air just before 5 tomorrow for a VFW game against Byron. More Legion play Thursday at 6:30, and then Friday at 6, the VFW post 447 against Stewartville. So lots of baseball action here in amongst the raindrops. But we got this one in tonight. Thanks to Farron for being my producer and doing a great job. Talk to you tomorrow night here on AlbertLeeLive.com.